Welcome back to the Tactics series. This is Jeff Chan from MMAShredded, and today I have 8 tactics used by Anderson the Spider Silva. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Tactic 1, what everyone remembers as Silva knocking out FORREST Griffin with the jab. Silva, in southpaw stance, leans back against FORREST Griffin's right straight punch. FORREST Griffin continues forward with another straight punch, and Silva steps back into southpaw and throws a right straight punch. It looked like a jab, but it was actually a powerful cross. Silva steps his right foot back into southpaw at the same time as he throws his right straight punch. Here it is in my sparring. I felt it was a risky move, but very fun to try in sparring, and I actually had a lot more success with it, surprisingly. Here are some failed attempts. Tactic 2, Silva dropped Yushin OKAMI with this. As a southpaw fighter versus another southpaw fighter, Silva slips the outside of OKAMI's jab and jabs simultaneously. Here it is in my sparring.
Roll again, guys. Grab a new partner. If not, roll again, guys. Grab a new partner.
Tactic 3, used against Michael Bisping. Silva backs Bisping up against the cage and throws a Superman cross. He lands it and anticipated a counter cross by Bisping and slips to the outside. Here I happen to pull it off in the same scenario in sparring, except as an orthodox fighter versus a southpaw fighter. Tactic 4, used against several of his opponents, but most specifically against FORREST Griffin. Silva will throw a punch and anticipate the counter punch and lean back to dodge. This is a smart tactic to implement into all of your sparring because you should always anticipate a counter punch after throwing your own punch. Here it is in my sparring. Tactic 5 is similar to Tactic 4, also used against several of his opponents, but the example I am using is against FORREST Griffin. Silva will feint or fake a punch to bait Griffin into counterpunching, in which Silva will counter his counter. Here it is in my sparring. Here it is with a low kick counter, but with the same bait and counter the counter concept. Tactic 6 used against Rich Franklin. Silva obtains full clinch on Franklin and spikes knees to the body and then eventually to the head. As Franklin backs away from clinch, Silva throws a left head kick. Here it is in my sparring, not with the same scenario, but the same idea. Tactic 7, the dart in cross. Silva has been seen using this against COTE. Silva pushes off his rear foot and steps in with the cross. The cross will land at the same time that the lead foot lands to the ground. This is a good method of being long and fighting on the outside and then suddenly closing the distance. It's very deceptively fast and untelegraphed. Here it is in my sparring. Tactic 8 used against STEPHAN BONNAR. Silva gets a Kimura grip on Bonnar's left arm, fakes an arm drag, and drops into an outside leg trip. And here's a bonus tactic used to KO Tony FRYKLUND. Silva controls FRYKLUND's lead hand and traps his hand by pulling it down and then steps into a backwards elbow. Before you guys go, please download my first and free mini course called Legendary Tactics with the link in the description below.